One more thing I want to show you just before I finish with the cleaning, and I need to show you now because most of it's disappeared seeing the sun's come out and it's 10:30. This is condensation. It's not a leaking roof. You can tell because of where the runs are here. It runs along the roof and then runs down. My builder friend told me there was nothing I could do to stop the problem of condensation. He fixed up a leak that was, see that spot there? I think I've shown, there it is. That's the spot my builder fixed up. It had a nail in it that was leaking from the top down, so he just got on the roof and he put silicone over top of the nails for me. I'm too scared to get up there. It's 2 stories high, but he's not worried about it. This is the problem that condensation causes. It's going to drip on seats everywhere, and I don't want it to drip on the new chairs that we've got and stain them. And I've got an idea that I want to try, which you'll see a bit later on. It's come from the fact that I have a camper, and I've seen that sometimes we get condensation, sometimes we don't. What you're seeing here is our fiberglass roof dripping. It's been a very frosty cold morning and the sun's come out and it's just dripping continuously along here. And a metal roof does that too. My builder friend explained that they actually put silver paper underneath metal roofs to stop them dripping on the ceiling below. One advantage of laser light, I believe, will be that it gets very little condensation, except for where it's underneath your, what do they call this stuff? Gee, I'm hopeless on names. Flashing, that's it. Sometimes it takes me a while to remember people's names as well as things that I'm trying to describe. Okay, so you can see it definitely where it's covered in. And look, maybe it's up there. I'd have to get up and feel it. But it's not running and dripping like my other patio is. There's only a tiny, tiny little bit of water on the ground here. And that could be from being under the flashing area. Apologies again for the poor camera work. Sorry, I'm just moving around a bit much. So, laser light has its advantages. You probably don't have to line it to avoid condensation problems. As I said though, there's a section up there that's dripping. And this is 8:30 on a Sunday morning, the 3rd of August. I've just walked out the front door to go and get some silicone and a bit of pipe for the drainage for the condensation. And what do I find? My laser light's pouring down water. It's now 9 o'clock. Obviously it's a little bit slower to heat up or to be affected. It's just dripping everywhere. Runs down onto the beams and then drips. Oops, I better be careful. Just for interest's sake, I'm underneath my carport and it's about to drip as well. You can see it all over it. Obviously, different materials heat up at different times and react to the temperature around them, the sun on the other side and the cold underneath, and they form condensation. It's like in our camper when we're on the bed ends, sleeping at night, condensation comes from our breath. We normally leave the zippers open a little bit because that's what we're advised to do. But as I've explained before, putting the flies over top of the camper ends always seems to prevent that condensation. Or maybe there's still a tiny bit, but it's not noticeable. Not like having one layer of roofing only.